Good morning, everyone. I wanted to bring you a little short video from the garden because I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately. Life has just gotten crazy hectic. I sprouted a lot of yard-long beans and then I hurt my back. So I'm sitting on a stool, and what we're going to do, my granddaughter's going to help me here. She's going to pull the mulch back from this fence. This is my cattle panel trellis. We're going to pull the mulch back and we're going to plant the yard-long beans. And we're going to fill this 16-foot fence with every bean that I have that's a yard long. And then we have some corn to plant, and this is her Three Sisters garden, and it's doing really well. The peas are up. The cucumbers are doing well. They got flowers on them. The corn is up. We got onions around the outer perimeter. Those are coming up really nicely. We've had a ton of rain here. Over 23 inches, I think, since January. So some things are doing great and some things are really not doing so good. But we're going to try and muck through it. We're going to keep planting. This will be my last seed sprouting, I think, at this location. Any more seeds that I plant or sprout will be going to the off-grid location, and I'll bring you along for that adventure as well. And we're also going to start digging out the trees here to get them moved up there as well. Alright, Allie, if you want to start pulling the mulch back, and we'll get this started. And I'll be back, and as soon as she has this row of mulch pulled back, I'll show you how she plants. I'll be right back. Keep going. We got a lot to get done. As you can see, Allie's got this area cleared, and all she's doing is gently pulling back the leaves. Her comment was, there's a lot of decaying stuff under here. That's the point of a Back to Eden garden. You want the decaying leaves, and we have chicken manure in there because we layer. As we have the stuff, we put it on a layer on top. And this is where I grew my tomatoes for at least 6 months or more. But what our goal is to build soil. So we layer on the leaves. We use the leaves from my neighbor's magnolia tree. They don't break down as fast, but at some point they will. And the chicken coop's right here. Everything's handy. So when I clean the chicken coop, I put it in a bucket and I'll spread it on this side because we're building this side right now. But that's changed too. Oh my goodness, so many changes coming. Keep going, Allie. That whole row all along that fence has to be cleared. We got a lot of beans to plant, but basically I'm going to show her how to plant one, and then she's going to take over because I am not allowed to do anything. I probably shouldn't even be out here sitting, but I am. As long as I'm sitting and I'm not bending or straining my back, I'm going to try and get a few small things done today. We had a broody hen. Yeah, one of you girls were brooding. We do not have a rooster, so broody hen is very non-productive for us. And I just kept pushing her off the eggs and taking the eggs, and we finally broke her brood. She finally came off the nest, and now we can go back to egg production for our enjoyment. Keep going now. This is the easy part. It's almost fun because you can pretend you're a puppy digging. Uh-oh, she's getting better at it. Look at her go. Alright, I got to show her how to put the first one in, and then I'll bring you guys back and let you see how we're planting. But as you can see, we cleared all along the fence line here, and we're going to plant the beans right up against so that the beans can trellis. Or even if they're tall enough, we're going to weave them into the actual fence and hopefully not break too many of them. I'll be back in a minute. Up to the fence, Allie. You want to get as close to that fence as you can. Alright, what Allie's doing is making a hole just deep enough and big enough to put this plant in. We don't need huge holes. And she's going to put the bean in. We already got 2 in right here. We got 2 planted. And we hope that they'll... This one I was able to weave, this one I wasn't. But the closer we get them to the fence, the better our luck will be to actually weave them. She's going to gently tuck it in, and hopefully that'll get that bean started. Keep in mind, these are yard-long beans, so the beans can get as tall as this trellis. And this was going to be a fun thing for us to do together this summer. Yeah, don't worry about the ones that might be broken, Allie. Oh, no, it's not. We lost one. That's okay. You're going to lose a few. All right, Allie's going to show you how to get them out of the pot. She's going to gently squeeze the pot.
Just don't worry about this one?
Don't worry about that one.
Okay.
Gently squeeze the pot and roll it there. And now she's going to tuck her hand into the pot. She lost her gloves somehow. They're here, but she took them off.
I took them off.
Okay, now she's going to tip it upside down. And see the roots in there? So these guys are definitely ready to be planted in the ground. And now she's going to separate each plant and get them ready to go into the ground.
Should have dug my hole first.
Yep, you got to lay that back down. You got to have a holes dug. So we're going to dig some holes and we're going to get these in. Well, this is how you plant a Back to Eden garden. And you can plant your plants a little closer because your soil is getting nutrient dense. And we're trellising these guys, so we're not too worried about having them too close together. My big worry is getting them close enough to the cattle panel to trellis properly. That's my only worry here. Allie, you may need to make your holes a little bit deeper and bigger, because you don't want to take too much of that natural dirt away from their roots, because they need that. That's their soil that they've grown in. See, your roots aren't going deep enough. So you have to start making sure you cover those roots really good. Now pack it, you gotta secure it. We're finding some old wood in here from the old raised bed. Another reason why I'm not doing raised beds any longer in Florida, the wood just rots too quickly. There. It'll stand up. We just got to tuck it up to that fence. There we go, guys. Alright, we're going to get this row planted and we'll be back. Okay, guys. Allie's almost got this entire row planted. You can see them. What she's doing right now is just putting some mulch back around them. And that's to help, one, feed the plants, two, keep the ground from drying out. Gotta switch places here. And I'm just about done. My back is absolutely killing me and my meds are kicking in, so all I want to do is curl up in my chair. So we got to get this done. We still have a lot of beans to plant, but we don't want to be out here when the sun comes over this spot, because it'll be an absolute oven and the humidity is super high right now. But I want to show you how she's doing it. And see, she's very careful, and the stems of these are very long and tender, so she's trying to be very careful so she doesn't damage them. And we're trying to make sure we guide them up to the cattle panel fence here. So we are trying to do that, because if they can climb the fence, that's great. Alright. I think this is where I'm going to end. I don't know how much more we're going to get done this morning. We may have to try and get back out here. I don't know when I'm going to have the opportunity to get back out here again, but tomorrow's church and spending the day with hubby, and Allie gets to spend the day with her mom. So tomorrow's not going to work. We'll have to come up with another game plan. We didn't get near as much done as I had hoped, but we still got about another hour of planting. If we get into something different, I'll add to the video. If not, God bless, and don't forget to share and like and subscribe.